Wonders of New Zealand. Most amazing places in New Zealand. Did you know New Zealand has more than 14,000 kilometers of coastline, glaciers that creep almost to sea level, and landscapes so varied that in a single day you might walk through rainforest, alpine peaks, volcanic craters, and glacial lakes? Imagine stepping from lush green valleys into ice fields, then watching the Southern Cross swirl above you where there's almost no light pollution. Today, we're exploring the most amazing places in New Zealand. Places that aren't just beautiful on a postcard, but places that will change how you see nature, adventure, and yourself. Whether you're planning the trip of a lifetime or just traveling through your imagination, these wonders deserve your full attention, your preparation, and your awe. Fiordland National Park and Milford Sound. Imagine towering cliffs carved by ice and rain, waterfalls plunging into dark, mirror-calm fjord waters, every ripple echoing ancient glaciers. That is Milford Sound in Fiordland. But here's something most travelers don't fully anticipate. Weather is wildly unpredictable. Storms can roll in without warning, turning serene waters into choppy seas, and many boat tours get canceled. Locals joke that Milford gives moods like a teenager. Serene one moment, wild the next. When the clouds part, the light onto Mitre Peak, waterfalls streaming, the water glowing, will feel like nature's masterclass. When the rain hits, you feel nature's raw power. It's a place that demands respect and rewards those who arrive with patience. Aoraki/Mount Cook National Park. Picture alpine peaks piercing the sky, massive glaciers whispering forever as they reflect off turquoise lakes, trails that lead you past snowfields and sweeping vistas. That's Aoraki/Mount Cook. But high mountains bring high risk. Altitude, cold winds, sudden storms, glacier travel hazards. Some hikes are deceptively easy on maps, but brutal in reality when the weather turns. Pack for extremes, warm base layers, windproof shells, sun protection, snow reflects UV like crazy. And always check mountain weather forecasts. Use marked trails or go with guides if crossing glaciated areas. When you do get to Hooker Valley at dawn, or see the Tasman Glacier Lagoon dotted with icebergs, every shivering step and freight of cold will seem worth it, because beauty there feels elemental. Queenstown and Lake Wakatipu. Now shift from remote peaks to a town built between lake mirror surfaces and jagged peaks, where adventure is in the air. Queenstown. But it isn't all adrenaline. The popularity of Queenstown means prices spike, accommodation books out, and summer crowds can feel overwhelming. Many people say the views cost as much as everything else. Plan ahead. Stay outside the busiest periods, book lodging early, explore beyond the town center. There are nearby hidden valleys and quiet hikes. Also take time to simply sit by Lake Wakatipu, look across its waters at peaks like the Remarkables, and let that view sink in. Sometimes peace is the best adventure. Lake Tekapo and Lake Pukaki. Imagine a lake so blue it seems unreal, edged by snow-capped mountains, with fields of colorful lupin blooms in summer, and skies so dark at night every star looks like it's reached down and touched you. That's Lake Tekapo and nearby Lake Pukaki. But be warned, summer glare can burn, midday heat can be intense, and nights shift from warm to bone-chilling cold fast. Weather can shift abruptly. Storms off the southern Alps roll in cloud views. Bring sunscreen, sunglasses, warm layers, and preferably some flexibility. Let your schedule bow to light, not the other way. In those moments floating on glassy water, with peaks mirrored, you'll understand why so many say this is among the heart-stopping places on Earth. West Coast glaciers, Fox and Franz Josef. Picture massive rivers of ice descending from great heights, rainforest edging near glacier toes, waterfalls cascading off cliffs, and chilled air tinged with mist. That's Fox Glacier and Franz Josef Glacier. But glacier travel comes with caveats. Melting, unstable ice, crevasses hidden by snow, and tours canceled if conditions are unsafe. Go with certified guides, bring crampons or proper footwear, dress in layers, wet and cold even when sun is shining, and always check latest safety advisories. When you reach the face, or hike above the glacier, or walk the glacier valley, you'll feel small in the best possible way. Witness to forces millions of years in the making. Tongariro National Park and Tongariro Alpine Crossing. Imagine hiking through fiery volcanic landscapes, emerald lakes at high altitude, craters with steaming vents, and ridgelines where you see horizons stretching into mythical distance. That's Tongariro, and especially the Alpine Crossing. But volcanic terrain is inherently risky. Eruptions, toxic gases, weather swings from snow to sun to wind in hours. Footpaths become slick, exposure becomes real. Always check volcanic alert levels. Check weather, start early, wear good boots, carry wind and rain protection, water, food. Some sections are exposed, so don't take them lightly. If you make it through, every vista, the Red Crater, the Emerald Lakes, Mount Ngauruhoe, aka Mount Doom in LOTR, all of it feels epic, mythic, alive. Marlborough Sounds and Queen Charlotte Track. Envision sheltered waterways, hundreds of bays carved into drowned valleys, forest-covered hills dipping into water, scenes of crisscrossing light on sea. That's Marlborough Sounds. Add in the Queen Charlotte Track, where hiking or biking reveals history, wine country, and views so serene you almost forget time moves. But the sounds are remote. Transportation to and around spots is weather-dependent. Boat timetables, accommodation in small lodges, and sometimes limited food or supplies. Ferries may be canceled. If you're hiking the track, pack for rain, mosquitoes, navigation, and allow spare time. Lodges fill in peak summer. Yet, when you're walking a ridge at dawn, listening to bird call, looking out across green hills and glittering water, you feel distance from everything, and that is rare. Rotorua and geothermal wonders. Think of steam rising from ground, bubbling mud, spouting geysers, hot springs for soaking, Maori culture vibrantly alive, Rotorua. But geothermal areas carry hazards: boiling water, unstable ground, toxic gases, sometimes strong smells of sulfur. Tourist spots can be crowded, very commercial. To make the most, visit parks early in the morning, go with guides, stay on boardwalks, don't touch pools or vents, respect signage. Also explore the Maori villages not just as photo backdrops, but to understand the culture, traditions, stories. When you sink into a thermal pool or see a geyser erupt at sunrise, the landscape feels alive and ancient at once. Hobbiton and Matamata. Imagine stepping into lush green rolling hills dotted with little round doors, winding paths, ancient trees, literally stepping into Middle-earth as seen in The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Hobbiton delivers whimsical, manicured landscapes that look like storybooks, but it's tourism curated. Schedules, crowds, photo lines, and of course cost. Don't just snap pictures, listen to guides, smell the grass, feel how this land was transformed for film, but still holds its pastoral soul. It's a reminder that fantasy can have reality, and sometimes you want the scenery to live up to the story. If this video ignited something in you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you want to explore with. In comments, tell me, which of these places made your heart pound, and which one you will chase first. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and let nature be your next teacher.